live. Right?
Speaking of a weird way to live, Owen, have you heard of this guy? Have you heard of this guy, Owen Benjamin? Have you heard of this guy?
You know, this guy, his name's Owen, and
He's welcome to JQ.
some people think he's a closeted homosexual. Kevin, have you heard about this? By the way, I finally did get a chance to really listen to that bit again, and I definitely don't think that it was a completely different autistic thing on Come Down that they did. It was Kevin. It was, hey, how about instead of Kevin Eubanks, it's Kevin Eugenics. And that was the thing. So it was actually the reverse, and it was him. Yeah. So all
right.
I heard it. It wasn't.
So this is Owen.
Looking at me, bro. No big deal. I read you.
He's playing one of his old videos terribly to laugh at it.
Have you seen this new thing with him?
What?
You seen the Gay Town sketch, which is, I only know of because of Porcelain's documentary.
It is terrible.
Which, by the way, New Baked Alaska one dropping tonight.
Yep, tonight.
Have you seen this new thing he does where he just talks over South Park?
Oh yeah, no, yeah, he's been there for a while. Oh, he's been there for a while.
And he does the same voice for all the voices?
Yep, all the voices.
13 years ago. So I called that 13 years ago. The world actually became more like that. So at that point in my life, I was trying to reason with the whole situation. And then my mom found out that my dad was having some sort of relationship with a guy with AIDS.
What? Huh?
Let me just.
I was trying to reason with the whole situation. And then my mom found out that my dad was having some sort of relationship with a guy with AIDS. Allegedly. I don't even know if AIDS is real or not. So,
wait, what's allegedly? The fact that AIDS exists or the fact that he was having the affair? Because I would want to know what, you know?
Well, the AIDS part would be very concerning.
Right, the AIDS, no, like, is AIDS not real?
The whole dick in the butt, the whole my dad's fucking a dude thing would definitely weigh, I think, on most people.
Okay.
So my mom and I are talking on the phone, and she's crying. And my mom doesn't cry very often. And I remember she...
Unlike you, pussy.
She said something that I'll never forget. She said,
Owen, stop crying so much.
You fucking faggot.
Pussy faggot.
Stop being a faggot like your dad.
The only time I ever remember my mother was crying was one time to imitate me and mock me. It's the only time I ever saw my mother cry was when she said, "That's you. That's what you sound like. Get out there and be a man."
It's a girl from Wisconsin. I didn't know what any of this was. My mom didn't know what gay porn was.
I had to explain it to her
in detail.
Great, overwhelming, and meticulous detail.
And that sent me into a time in my life of nihilism, hedonism, where I just didn't care about anything. I did, in a way. It just
like when you hung out with other comics, other male comics, and maybe let's just put it this way. Maybe you were a chip off the old block.
A lot of room wax.
Maybe the apple doesn't far fall from the homosexual tree.
Room wax.
Like that, Owen?
My vibrations went down. I never hurt anyone. I fortunately have zero gay interests in my life. I've never had any of those.
It turns out that was a lie.
So this he is really pushing us now.
Yeah, because if you looked at his social blade after the whole Nick Fuentes pussy out that he did,
it was very ugly.
It was bad. So now he's trying to, get some people back.
And it's gotten worse because I saw the Porcelain tweet a while back, and then I looked at it on Nightwave later that day, which was hours after Porcelain did it, and he was still sliding hard. So
yeah.
I don't know, man.
Didn't care. I didn't think I was going to get married. I thought life was about having sex with beautiful women and crushing on stage, and that was it, because I couldn't handle that. And then, and I told my mom, and it got my mom and me closer. Not that we ever weren't close, but we got through that.
What if, and Mike, stay with me here. What if he's lying?
Oh yeah, no, he's absolutely.
Oh, okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure we were on the same page.
I
here.
like that. I like that Royce floated that very cautiously. Hey guys, shh, listen.
Between me and you.
Promise not to make fun of me. But what if he's lying? He's absolutely lying. Oh, all right. I thought you guys were going to turn on me.
Guys, my dad blew a dude with AIDS.
I find that highly doubtful.
And I said, Mom, what do we do? Do you leave him? And she goes, no. And she just didn't. They were never the same. They never had.
How old was he when this thing happened? That his mother was just entrusting him with the fact that, most parents, for the most part, most parents try to shield their kids from that. You know what I mean? From if one of them does something shitty or whatever, they try to be like, oh no, it's okay, we're family. Especially if you're gonna stay with them, right? You wouldn't shit talk him and go, nah, we're staying with him though. This fucking homo, right?
The whole thing's weird. What I like about it is he dragged his mother into the lie. So now he has to. Now his mother has to
Now they all have to lie.
Either or that, or they're gonna go. Oh, and I never said that to you.
Yeah.
You can't do that. Why are you?
Why are
Even
you
if
saying
she
that?
did, even if they did have this, why is he throwing everyone under the bus to save his ass?
Had any love anymore, but she just white knuckled through it. She's German, she's German, Scandinavian,
And-
English.
And something else, right?
No, I think it's the dad's side that has the something else.
He's talked about a mom's.
Oh, really?
relative that
Okay.
Was also Jew. I don't think she's full, but
Got it.
She's Irish, I think, is her background. She's pure American, Her ancestors settled Wisconsin.
Why would you brag about that? Why would you brag about settling Wisconsin?
Ooh, and by the way, back then, right? It was like free land everywhere. Who chooses Wisconsin?
Stupid people like Owen's family. All right, let's skip ahead here. Took out of the timestamp.
And I said, what if someone is putting someone in date? I just kind of hinted at it. And she said, I need you, Owen. And I
then we
wrestled with her.
fucked. I fucked my mom, you guys. It was wild. We wanted to make my dad pay. So I fucked my mom.
I made him pay 4 times. 5 times if you count the ghost nut.
Oh, no.
He gets to call everybody gay. He gets to do it.
A lot. I really was thinking about killing my dad.
Yeah, you know who did? You know who else was thinking about killing your dad? Everyone who bought a Papa Roach CD. Relax.
Yeah, I think we all wanted to kill our dad at
some point, yeah.
You get over that.
And then you
I
realize-
think that's like an element of psychology.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like just wanting to kill your dad, and then not necessarily kill your dad, but kill the idea of him and be better. Because fuck your dad, you're gonna be better. Fuck him, but not whatever.
Because
None of this
I'd
happened.
given-
By the way,
Of course not.
none of this happened.
Of course not.
him every opportunity I could. I didn't have God in my life. I did kind of, but
Did you have things in your mouth?
I wanted to keep my mom safe because what a lot of
What?
women,
What do you mean things in his mouth? What, like an Anthony Clark bar? See, because it's a Clark bar.
I got
but it's
what- I
also
got
a
it.
comedian.
I got what you're saying.
I'm not implying that it was Anthony Clark. It was a joke, and that was a funny one, right?
No, it was pretty good.
women don't understand is a son's bond with his mother is very, very strong. And so when anyone, whether it's your own father or anybody, puts your mother in danger, and when you have a gigolo type character come to your door wanting money from your dad's,
So wait, now hold on, excuse me.
Yeah, he's-
I'm sorry. Now a gigolo's involved in this story?
No, I think this is the guy.
The
with
guy's
AIDS
a gigolo.
That you're,
The
yeah,
AIDS gigolo.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like sort of
No,
like
no, I get
picture,
it.
picture like remember Val Kilmer in Wonderland?
Yeah. Okay.
Something like that of an AIDS infected gigolo.
Got it.
Guys, my dad might have been involved in the Wonderland murders, is what I'm saying. What?
sexual appetites when your mom's home alone, you see your dad as an absolute threat. So I started thinking about how to kill my dad.
Owen, man.
None of this
You're
happens.
lying. You're being a liar. And anyone who buys this, because I know there's going to be every time we do this stuff, there's going to be the typical, all you guys do is talk about Owen. And then if we don't talk about Owen, why don't you guys talk about Owen? I know we're going to get all that typical stuff, and you guys are losers, and I get it. But do you understand? I'm talking directly to these stupid bears that are left. If you buy this, you're a fucking retard. Like, you're a fucking retard. If you sit here, this guy's contradicted himself so many times over the course of his fucking ramblings online, and you guys just eat it up because you're stupid people.
I didn't like really go down that road, but and Amy loved me.
Why?
Past tense
Yeah,
there. Has a little fucking
Freudian slip, huh?
foreshadowing.
And she basically said, I need you, Owen. I in my mind, I'm like, yeah, jail wouldn't be so bad if I can kill that guy. And I hated him.
Wait, so this happened when you were an adult? No.
Because that's what I'm trying to understand.
Wait, so Amy was giving you... Wait, I thought...
So sorry. I'm sorry, you're right. Did I miss something? He was an adult when this happened?
That's what I guess
And
he's
a
saying.
gigolo... I thought he was a kid. I'm really sorry. This is even worse. You were an adult... And you were acting like a child. Like, I get I'm gonna kill my dad, but you're an adult. Be like, hey, Mom, I'm sorry. If it's true, well, you would talk to your dad. Be like, hey, Dad, is this going on? I'm just like, I'm gonna kill him. What are you, a fucking child? I thought that like the killing your dad thing should be reserved for like if you're an adult. If he like fucked you when you were a kid, then you're like, I'm gonna fucking kill that guy.
You hear a story like that where you're like, no, he fucked me all throughout my teens.
Then you're like, I'm gonna
and
fucking
I saw
kill
him one
him.
day at a restaurant and shot him in the face.
Right,
And you're
right.
like, okay, let that guy off.
But this, you're already an adult with a wife.
Because his selfishness had then brought my mother into it, his appetites. And bear in mind, this is a little while after I'm being humiliated publicly. His son, as he's giving money to men he's having sex with, some of which are attacking me on Twitter because...
So what? This is when he was getting banned on Twitter. So this is hold on. So this is like recent shit.
According to Owen.
No. I obviously know that, but my point is, so this is, if it's true, let's say it's true.
Let's assume Owen's being on the level.
Let's just believe that he's being on the level.
Implying that it was within the last couple of years, yes.
He'll just take anybody down, won't he? He doesn't care. He doesn't want anybody to say things. He get him and his house elf get people's channels deleted, and he doesn't want anybody to say things. Hey, Owen, number one, you're a liar. Okay. Number two, look. Here's the thing. Best case scenario, you're a liar. Worst case scenario, you're telling the truth, and you're an adult. Let your mom and dad deal with their shit, because from what I've heard, Owen, if we're gonna talk about infidelities, don't be throwing any fucking stones there, Big Bear. All right? Don't. You know what I mean, though?
Yeah, you fucking, you had, from what I know, you had your little fun on the Practical Jokers cruise.
Right.
Some people.
Right. So I think that's why this person that he's saying the dad cheated on the mom with has to have AIDS. It has to be gay and AIDS. That way he could differentiate when allegedly, because I could do it too, when Owen allegedly cheats or cheated,
Yeah, I hope some fucking chuckle fucker groupie out there has a really tall baby.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's fucking serious. Well, it could also be Gary Goldman's kid.
No, because then the woman would have a really tall baby and a black eye.
Okay, another timestamp here.
My dad, which was that he threatened suicide a lot when I was a kid and told me that if I wasn't born, he could have been dean somewhere.
He never said that. I don't believe him. I'm sorry, but this sounds like something out of Melrose Place.
I think Owen has some of these conversations in his head.
I really believe that. Yeah, that he thinks these things happen.
It's like that's the thing that happened, and you're like, no, we never had this conversation.
But I never told anybody about him watching.
Or he morphs it, or the dad could have been like, I could have been a dean, but I'd rather have had you. You know what I mean? Like as a compliment, and he probably took it like, he didn't want me, guys.
Gay porn on my roommate's computer the only time he ever visited me, or his pen pal, the guy with AIDS, or the affair he had with my godfather, or the...
So now he had an affair with his godfather?
No, with the Godfather. The problem is that what happened was Owen's dad asked the guy if he could suck his dick, but it was on the day of his daughter's wedding. And as you know,
you have to do it.
you can't refuse a
You can't.
request on the day of your daughter's wedding. So the Godfather was like,
Okay, I'm gonna let you suck my penis. Mr. Benjamin, Mr. Smith, you can go ahead and suck my penis now. On the day of my daughter's wedding.
sorry. This is so dumb.
The men he would pay for what we presume to be sex.
Wait, did you hear that? For the men he would pay for what we presume to be sex.
That was my mom's story.
They say, Owen, that when you pay a gay prostitute, that you're not paying them to come, you're paying them to leave. Now suck my penis, young Owen.
What we presume to be sex. That was my mom's story. So this week, my dad, that wizard fucking retard.
Now, please remember that around the time this was supposedly happening, that's when Owen made that PragerU video. They're like, just because you disagree with your family doesn't mean that you can't be friends. Remember that video we played?
By the way, the guy that made that mashup, I can't even remember. We've had so many projects made, but we promoted it. But that was such a funny video because it was so to the point of just him yelling and screaming. Somebody said in the chat, I don't know if it's true, that Owen once said that his godfather was a Benedictine monk. Look, Owen's gotten to the point now where if he were a friend of yours in a group of friends, everybody would already be having conversations. Like, is he all right, dude? Like, he can't. Like, he's living in a world where there's no longer really much of a line between reality and just his delusional world, and that's where you get into Benoit territory. Like, I don't think Chris Benoit, the wrestler, just was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna kill my wife and kid."
Give us Kevin Sullivan.
That's what it was.
Just have to keep that rumor going.
That's what it was.
Please keep it going.
It's Kevin Sullivan, but I love Kevin Sullivan, but no, I don't believe that Benoit just one day was like, "I'm gonna kill this bitch and this fucking dumb retard kid." Like, I don't think he did that.
Right.
I think he was in a fucking of chemicals and everything else.
Right.
And it was like, and you're getting, you know what I mean? That's where you start getting into that territory where you get worried. You're like, this guy's fucking delusional. He's just, right now, there has to be a conversation going on. People have to be talking behind his back, right? At least like his mom and Amy and the dad have to be going, why the fuck are people emailing me saying it? I was fucking dudes with AIDS, and
that's the thing. You're
I
absolutely
work
right.
at a college, and I understand that we can't be fired, but I work at a college. I got to deal with college kids, and now they're all
Accidentally sends his financial advisor emails between him and one of his men. It gets flagged.
Here we go.
They call my mom. Now people know. Well, I mean, our family friend who's their advisor. And my mom laughs today and says, well, I guess you can tell people now. He stole $100,000 from my mother, an adjunct who gave up teaching to raise his kids, who makes $8,000 a year. $8,000 total.
How?
That's not.
Is she an Uber driver part-time?
Then she does that. She's okay. Sure. Okay. Sure. Just for the purposes of the feds, I get it.
Sure.
She makes $8,000 a year
because she gave up her career to be a good mother.
But
what is my
Didn't
father
she
doing?
leave you also as a kid for years?
Yes, because she got mad at the dad and she left. He said that according to him.
I can't with him, right?
Because he's a liar. He's Dude, he's pathological.
He's one of those guys
He sees
that-
all these other shows where people tell stories and stuff, and they're interesting. He thinks that lying like this is what makes him interesting.
Imagine being like a lawyer, right, in a case, and Owen Benjamin is like, I'll be a witness. I saw the whole thing, and you're like, yes. And then you go to meet the witness that day, and he goes, yeah, it's the guy you said. He had a nut, totally. But then during in between debriefings and stuff, he just starts talking like he normally talks. As a lawyer, you would go, we're fucked. We're fucked. Unless we get we can't put this man on a fucking stand. We're fucked.
In return, steals 100 that just to cash. Where'd that cash go, Dad? I was just trying to. Don't yell at me. I don't know. Maybe this is putting together some pieces for you guys about me and my behavior.
No, I mean,
Nah.
no.
Now, but you see the excuse. He's already making excuses for being crazy. Like he's like, sorry that I back out and I don't do Nick. I'm afraid of an 18-year-old to interview him. Sorry that I do that, guys. It's because my dad fucked dudes when I was an adult. Like what?
And also, to Nick Fuentes' credit, because Owen won't debate him or fight him now at this point. But even Nick was like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna be fighting Owen Benjamin." He's like, he's 6'8" or whatever. Yeah, he's like, "Nah, I'm not gonna be fighting him. If he wants to do a thing, I'll do a thing." But like, that made me laugh because even at least Nick Fuentes could go, "Oh yeah, no, I come up very short in that equation." So, but if you want to talk shit, I'll talk some shit, and he can't even show up and do that.
He's a wizard.
It would be funny if.
By the way, I'm going to
Fuentes
say,
beat
Adam
up.
Victor says, I think Nick backed out, actually. That's no. Let me tell you the full story. Nick Fuentes said yes initially. Then Owen started talking more shit. Then Nick Fuentes did say, I don't think I'm going to do it. It's not worth it. Owen did another show, talk more shit. Fuentes says, you know what? I'm fucking in. Tell me when. We're going to do it.
And then Owen backed out.
And then Owen backed out.
I don't hate him. I've forgiven him. He will.
I don't hate him. I've forgiven him.
But I am going to put his sins on blast for YouTube clicks.
And also, like, don't you keep your family shit like to yourself? You know what I mean? Like, isn't there kind of like a, we're not going to embarrass the family. Owen doesn't give a fuck.
He'll burn in hell if he doesn't repent. He should get on his knees and beg Jesus Christ for forgiveness to what he did to my mother, to me, to everyone who touched his cancerous life.
Okay, are you? This is the thing that gets me really upset. When Owen turns into man of God, right? Are you gonna get on your knees and repent, Owen, for the people that you fucking fake that you doxed and you said they tried to kill your kids when they didn't? Are you on your knees repenting for that? Are you on your knees repenting for fucking cheating on your wife allegedly at Epcot with your social media manager? Are you repenting for those things, Owen? Because honestly, that really bothers me. He lives some sort of godly life. He goes online every day, and now he's either, which depending on what you believe, a drunk or a dry drunk, yelling at people, calling everybody a faggot, saying that they all turned on him and they're all pieces of shit, and everybody's a sodomite. That's Christian behavior. Stop, man. You can't be both. Pick what you want to be. You want to be outraged, dude? Be outraged, dude. But don't pretend now that at the same time, like, I'm also better than you because I love Jesus. But fuck Crowder, he's gay.
No, he is better than us. He's clearly a more pious man. He can grow beets. He's got goats, dude. Where are your goats?
I guess I don't have goats. You're
Fuck are
right.
your goats?
This is why I know it's possible. Because when I was born, when Jason was first born, and the nurse was going to circumcise him, my dad went into a rage. This is why I know he was assaulted as a child. He said, "You stay away from my son." My dad never molested me. He never molested my brother. He insisted that no one touched our penises at the doctors.
What?
Because he didn't want them to get circumcised when they were born. The dad said, "Don't circumcise them." And that's fine. Some people don't want their kids to be circumcised. Like, that's not a... But now he's saying his dad must have been assaulted when he was a child.
Of course.
My dad's a damaged, selfish, empty piece of human shit.
This is,
Owen,
again, Owen talking
Owen,
into a mirror.
You're your dad.
Yeah.
You're the guy.
You're the dude.
And honestly,
He's
I don't
talking
think,
into a mirror. That's what you are.
I think Owen probably has some pretty shitty parents, but I think that they're pretty average. Like, when it comes to American parents that really fuck their kids up, I don't think his parents even rate on the system. I think they're just average to below average parents. I don't think like your dad deserves everything. I don't think anyone in your life deserves what you are putting them through, Owen.
He's trying to... The other thing with Owen is that he's trying to... watching Owen is just watching somebody trying to be something and it not sticking and then moving on and then moving on. Because in watching, remember something, this whole thing with Owen and us started over, and it's crazy to think this, over him saying the moon landing didn't exist. And now we're here. Now we went from, guys, we didn't go to the moon, to my dad was fucked when he was a baby. Like, how did that happen? Owen, because first Owen tried the moon stuff. He got sick of the moon stuff. Then he was on InfoWars for a while. InfoWars kicked him off because he was saying too many things about Jews. Then he got into the fucking nukes things. Then he got into, and it's he's like one of those kids that's in high school and trying to fit in, but he doesn't fit in anywhere. So now he's going to be molested. And next week when he was a kid, he's going to meet Optimus Prime.
Well, how long before he's trans?
I know. No, seriously. Seriously.
But he didn't molest us, and he didn't let anyone cut off part of our dicks. He wanted to end the cycle. He wanted it to end. He failed. He failed. But he wanted to. He didn't create more monsters.
But you're going to put him on blast and say that he was fucking dudes with AIDS. He's fucking all over the place, dude.
He also, remember, he looks like the comedian when he was all bloated and drunk towards the end.
Yeah.
Right? Like the last scene when he's going to get whacked.
Smoking the cigar?
Yeah. He just has that.
But I warned him. I said, Dad, if you put my mother or us, and
somebody said in the chat, you guys project too much. Yeah, you're right.
No, yeah.
No, hold on. We're the ones projecting.
I'm unhinged.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Our rage knows no bounds. We're nuts.
Absolutely.
You're right.
guys,
Fucking looking like the Long John Silver out here with a fucking mustache, screaming about his dad getting fucked. Come on, man.
Actually, you were thinking of the Gordon Fisherman.
Gordon's
You
Fisherman,
were
sorry.
thinking of the Gordon
You're
Fisherman.
right. You're right. That's what I meant.
And I only
Good
know
call.
because excellent reference.
Isn't that what he looks like?
That's
Gordon's
very
Fisherman?
good.
guys, you don't understand the heat I've taken from these small hat organizations. They try to get my mother fired. They will send my father emails like, your son's really going off the deep end. You know, we're all worried about him. I think he's beating his wife or,
Nobody's sending those emails that are saying that.
you know, just, and my dad is such a wizard.
Someone said, I defy you to name one person more sane than Owen Benjamin. Ashton Birdie.
Oh, that's a good one. Hank you.
Hank Yu is I'd rather have Hank Yu around.
Hank you.
Empty, amoral, selfish, sodomite.
Dayton Hypernova.
Dayton Hypernova. He beats me. He beats me in
his
this
house.
house. He molests me.
He's alive, by the way. He's been talking his Cade Paradoxa Facebook page.
Good, thanks. I was worried.
Yeah, I know you were. You were telling me before the show.
Thanks. I was
Right?
really worried.
He's like, oh, Owen, I got an email. Are you really doing these things?
Yes.
My response was, Dad, if you put my family in danger, I will expose you.
And now he hasn't put his family in danger, and he is exposing him.
Because I knew he was scared of that because he's obsessed with status. You know, he's a full professor. He's met Hillary Clinton.
A lot of
He
people,
drives a Dodge Stratus.
a lot of people with $500.
Yeah.
About Hillary Clinton.
Go to a Costco book signing.
Oh shit.
That's a real picture.
Well, he stole from my mother, so now everyone can know that for decades he's been an insatiable sodomite, liar, and he put my mother in harm over and over and
He's
over
doing
again.
good, man. The voice.
You
and
mean
everything.
like getting unhinged about the Jews and screaming about them all the time, and then bringing your mother on a show the next day, and then now she's worried about what she does for a living. You mean stuff like that? See, Owen, you don't get to say that stuff, man. You're the one putting people in danger by your stupid fucking rants and accusing people of being trying to kill your kids. Owen, how dare you call anybody a liar? You're the liar. You lie. Oh, we've been following this for a while. You are a fucking unapologetic liar and a fame whore that's trying to cover yourself in Christ so nobody can attack you, but call everybody gay.
Name 27 times Owen's been caught.
I could do it in this episode.
It's like 27
Yeah.
lies in this one video.
So this is the end of the wizard. I'll tell you my father's obsessed with money. And so
Says the guy who opens envelopes of cash.
And then yells that he doesn't make enough money.
Correct.
he would always refresh his amount of money he had. How much does he have? He'd keep hitting refresh.
Why would you do that?
I bet you he did that when he had PayPal.
But
Oh no. I'm sorry. Let me answer this for you, Mike, because Owen's lying.
But that's what I mean. But nobody would do. I could see doing that if you're in certain volatile cryptocurrency or if you have a stock that maybe you've held for a while and it's a shaky week for news. But you're not just staring at money. You're not just staring at a balance and then clicking refresh for what? For your 0.05% interest you get every month.
Now, guess how much money he has left? $5,000 total. Because
He sounds really good.
Oh yeah, he sounds great. He sounds like a sober person, if I would say anything.
And he's just sounds like he's been drinking and yelling.
Yeah.
Just
committed
It's his allergies.
this act. My mother got control of all his money. So we will leave him with $5,000 and a broken name. Because that's the end of a life of a wizard, ladies and gentlemen. You lie to a degree that you can't even know who the fuck you're emailing.
What bothers me the most is that it's not like a dude who's lying and knows he's lying. I think Owen lies so much that he doesn't even register it as lying
doesn't
anymore.
feel it.
It's lying has become meaningless to him because your entire existence is a lie, Owen. The entire thing. I know, but you fat idiots, he gets more views than that. We got it. 100%. You're right. But I've never gotten so desperate to come back from being completely obliterated by a 19-year-old fucking kid on the internet that I have to go, guys, my dad fucks homos that have AIDS.
Yeah,
I've never had to do that.
Keep defending this.
Yeah, I've never had to do that.
Keep defending this. He used to fuck Christina Ricci, and he was in a movie with Adam Sandler, and now he's backing out of debates with Nick Fuentes. So,
Yeah.
Tell me he's winning.
Owen doesn't go to other shows. You know that. We've learned that Owen doesn't go to other shows because every time he has to leave his little box where he can't ban people, people fuck him up. Remember when he went on the Red Elephants? That was a shit show. Nobody would leave him alone.
And I warned Vince, man. I contacted him like, dude, you're gonna get a shit show. I'm like, I'm trying to tell people not to, but I was like, you know how these things go, and he's like, all right, thanks, man.
Yeah.
So he knew it was gonna happen. But yeah, they bombarded that show because the Faith Goldie one. Everywhere he went for a while, he was getting hit.
Travis Loudermilk goes, a weak homosexual liberal man raced a self-described legend. Yeah, that's a good point.
In Oswego, New York.
He was brilliant. Musical, funny, charming.
Like you?
His name was
Lies
Owen.
become lies. Lies become lies. Look at NASA. Why do you think I'm a wizard killer? Because I chose love. I didn't kill my dad. If I'd killed my dad, I'd be just that demon that he put on my shoulder would stay there. He'd get cement shoes.
I don't think that's how.
A demon would have cement shoes on your shoulder. He's being completely logical. He's back to the moon again.
I hate him.
I know.
I hate him. But it's just he speaks with such confidence, and it's all shit.
He's a wizard slayer.
My father put a demon on my back, and it's there.
It's somebody else's fault. It's not my fault.
My daddy put a demon on my back.
Daddy, I'm damn near 40 years old, but everything is somebody else's fault. You fucking bitch. People, you know what, you little bitch? People go through shit all the time, much worse than you have. People have been fucked by relatives and don't come out like you. So stop making excuses because you're a fucking pussy now, Mr. I'm going to talk shit about everybody, but I won't debate him outside of my yard. That's why, Owen, you stop blaming everybody for the piece of shit that you are. Because the reason you're talking to shit on your dad and going is, that's why I could have killed him. People are literally raped to death in some places, and your dad was fucking dudes. Like on it.
Wait, people are what? People are what?
Being raped to death?
No, before that, you said people are literally.
Literally? Oh, somebody did that for us. I got to play that later.
Literally.
Literally?
Yo, people, dude. Yo,
Like super,
dude,
bro.
People are literally being molested.
Dude, I went to the Dolphin Mall, bro, and people were like literally being raped to death, bro.
This is fucking. Oh my god. I can't even hate Miami. I actually love it.
Turn around on it. You kind of turn around on
It's
it.
just one of those towns that I've lived in that I'm like, Miami is one of the cool ones.
Killed my dad, that demon would only get fatter and his voice would get louder.
Or hoarser.
And God forbid I like it.
I feel like
I like it because now I'm a murderer. I could snap at any time. Owen, you can't be music guy, jock, funny guy, deep guy. He's trying to be too many things.
No, you can do all those things just terribly.
That's a good point. But he's trying to be all these things that he's not.
He's like I feel like Malik and the comedian just popped in my bedroom and he's sitting on my bed and he's just drinking. It's a whole fucking joke. Like,
Your lies will find you out exactly.
Yep.
And so that's one reason why these people despise the truth. Silence Owen. Get him off Twitter. Get him off PayPal. He's the devil.
Okay, first off, I don't think Owen's the devil. I think Owen should be on Twitter and PayPal and YouTube. He should be monetized.
Yes.
I want to be clear. He should be on Facebook.
Agreed,
he should be on more social media.
Yeah.
If it was up to me.
I would. Oh, could you imagine if him and Kumir were still on Twitter?
Oh,
and you couldn't-
please.
And you couldn't ban people for
Yes.
just being obnoxious?
Please. I would love for you to be all those things.
I could do entire episodes at night with just Kumia and his when he had a lot of followers.
Yeah.
And this guy on Twitter alone, just their Twitter feeds would be amazing. Can you imagine him with that unedited ability to just post a sentence anytime he wanted at 3 a.m. Oh, I want that, Owen. Trust me, I don't want you censored. I want more of you.
Silence Owen Benjamin. Because
You understand? That's why the Joker never really technically kills Batman.
No, and he had
They
chances,
always
he never
talk
did.
about how Batman never kills the Joker, but the Joker also doesn't really want to kill Batman.
No, of course. That's too much fun.
Just to burn the city down and use everyone as pawns.
one bit of the truth reveals all of it. And they know it. And they're shaking.
Is he going to cry? Cry.
I didn't strike him down.
His voice.
I let him
he's
strike
now
himself down.
He's screaming with no
I
voice.
didn't Hey, okay, so now he's Malcolm X. No, dude, pick
If
what
you
you're going to
strike
be.
me down, I'll become more powerful than you can ever imagine.
Fucking Christ. Yes. Obi-Wan Kenobi over here. Jesus Christ.
He's doing
And now
great.
that little bitch has $5 grand and a life of fucking sodomy.
This sounds like an old.
It's all a test.
This sounds like a really old mobster that's about to go to prison, and they're yelling
Yeah.
at their lawyer one last time.
Yep.
You got me fucking out there doing the fucking work.
And this isn't out of anger. It's righteousness. You wouldn't be in jail with the gays. I'd probably not be in jail. But my soul would be fucked up.
He thinks if he killed
You
his
got
dad.
murdered.
Hold on. I'm sorry.
By the way,
that's
whenever
not a
you-
throwaway line.
Whenever you kill like a loved one or a partner or a parent or somebody in your immediate family, they immediately come to you and they're like, "You killed the guy."
No, but here's what.
You're
But,
under arrest.
but
You-
he just said, I probably wouldn't be in jail, implying that not only if Owen decided to undertake killing people, he's so smart that he would get away with it.
I could totally get away with it.
I was kidding.
People that put themselves in those situations where they give shady men money
I could totally get away with it.
for sex.
Also, I'd be really careful about saying that, wouldn't you?
I'd be
About
very
anybody.
careful. Oh yeah.
About anybody. That's one you could probably legally get away with that.
Yeah.
But you're going to get visited by the cops, right?
Yeah.
Normally, like if you said, like, yeah, I could kill that guy and get away with it. That's again, you won't get arrested, but that's one where they have to come and go. yeah, look, so we received a report. I guess you said you were gonna fucking kill this guy and dump his body, and then you're like, no, and then they're like, don't do that again. It would be at least that, and that's enough to go, dude, what are you doing?
They can be killed. Guy, a lot of murders go unsolved.
By smart people, not by you, Owen. You don't even know how to set up a Streamlabs. Like, do you understand? Like, Owen, you don't know how to do a show without it freaking out. You don't understand that your video card is dying. You yell at your audience because you connected to your phone's Wi-Fi and you don't understand why the stream's cutting out. Owen, nothing you does would make me think this guy could get away with murder. Are you kidding me, Owen? First off, you probably couldn't even successfully kill anybody. Let's start with that.
I couldn't see Owen being able to keep even a small crime under wraps.
No,
I
of
feel like
course
he would
not.
just babble to too many
Guys,
people.
I killed my dad.
Like, yeah, he would
immediately.
He's too stupid.
He'd go on air with blood on his hands and everything. Guys, don't tell anybody. I just stabbed my dad to death.
Yeah, like I'm sorry, there's some people I know out there that are ice cold, and Owen, you ain't it.
Yeah, come on, man.
You wouldn't sleep as well at night if you knew how many murders go unsolved.
Because, see, he has the internet and we don't.
You sound like
You wouldn't sleep with... He knows. He's learned. He's an intellectual.
You sound like a retard who was at a rave all night.
Yep.
And now you're trying to talk politics.
All right.
So the Jews...
It's the apocalypse and you should embrace it. Because it's the
Why?
revealing.
Why would you embrace
Why
that?
would you embrace the apocalypse? Even the X-Men tried to stop it.
No, that was apocalypse.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
there's
sorry.
a difference.
Sorry.
That's been on my back.
And actually,
for
what you should say is even Magneto tried to help and
Even
stop.
Magneto tried to stop it.
Look, I don't want to kill everyone, just the humans.
Yeah, come on. I'm not a lunatic.
Let's all calm down.
decades. It actually feels pretty good talking about it, to be honest.
Does it? Because you
He's
look...
been dead to me for a while, and I also forgive him. It's really bizarre. I hope, I truly, for the man he was when he went into a rage in that hospital to keep the doctor from circumcising my brother, for the man he was when he introduced me to Bach and La Boheme, I hope he gets on his knees and he says, Jesus Christ, forgive me. And Dad, say Jesus Christ.
But I forgive him, even though we're going to take all his money and only leave him with $5,000.
You're not a good person, Owen.
You're not. First off, nobody wants you to forgive them.
And I don't want, I'm not in a position to be telling people, oh, you're not a good person. Like, my point is that there's nothing worse than, nobody's a good person.
Mm-hmm.
But most folks aren't out there telling other people, like, lording over them and giving them advice about how to be. That's, you know what I mean? You're not pious, dude. You're not.
Don't say God. I know your little tricks. I know God of this world. Beg Jesus Christ for forgiveness and you will be forgiven. Because Jesus Christ forgave me.
No, I can't imagine. Sorry.
Jesus loves me. Yes, I know.
No,
because
Owen.
my mommy told me so.
Owen, no. Jesus doesn't forgive you. And then after you do that, you go on a rant about some minority that makes you mad. You know what I mean? Like, that's not how it works, bud. Don't look, man. I would say it. I pray at night. I would say that I'm probably going back to some of my traditional Christian upbringing. You know, I would say that. But however, I would never use the Lord's name like to be like, because I know I'm not a good person. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not, like you said, nobody's a good person. I know I'm not a good person. So I would be like, you better ask Jesus to forgive me. He forgave me. He's my best friend. You know, he feels disingenuous, you know?
And he's the guy that Sid Crowder got him into Jesus.
And the same Crowder that now he called totally on his own, not because of you, started calling him a homosexual.
I helped.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
And that's
It
why
totally
today,
helped, but it's still, he ran with it.
Yeah,
It's
he did.
Not like anybody tricked him. It was just like, oh, yeah, look at this.
I sat on my porch with my son.
Now look, after he does all that, then he's so predictable. Then he
Troll shield.
Then
He uses his kid as a
uses
troll
his kids
shield.
to be like, look at me, I'm such a good dad.
Yeah, they're just troll shields for
You're
him.
right. You're right. He didn't go, Amy, take a picture on my phone.
Snapping peas. I wasn't sitting in a jail cell or a little apartment thinking about murder.
Congratulations, Owen. You did what everybody on the planet has to do, which is learn you can't kill people. Like I would say the majority of people know that.
Because I chose life.
He
I
chose
chose
life.
No, you're
And
right,
love
though. He's
will-
literally like, I chose not to murder my father. I'm a good dude. I'm basically.
Congratulations.
I'm basically Jesus.
Yeah.
You're like, wait, what? Yeah, I didn't kill my dad, and you're like, wait, but neither did Jesus.
And neither do black kids because the dad's not there.
Jesus'
There's always
dad
different-
killed him.
Yeah. You're right. You're right.
Will heal you. The love my mother had for me, the love my wife had for me.
My wife.
My
Saved
wife.
me.
Just doing
for-
stupid Borat jokes.
My wife.
While somebody's having a meltdown.
Exactly, it's the
My wife. You fucking dick.
It allowed me to feel like I didn't have to do something that would destroy everything.
He's just babbling.
What are you, Thanos? Fucking chill out, dude.
And just Proverbs, man, Book of Psalms, they do it to themselves.
No. Proverbs or Book of Psalms.
By the way,
again, if you're going to quote a Bible.
Also, Proverbs chapter 1, verse what?
Exactly.
and then
Exactly what I was
and
gonna
then-
say.
And then he's also like, yeah, it's like, guys, like Psalms, Proverbs. If you're not about it, about it. Wait, what? Are you just
Ezekiel.
Are you just quoting Master P now? It's like they say in Psalms.
Make him
Harlem
say,
Just make them say,
na.
That's really.
If you're gonna quote if you're gonna quote a chapter of the Bible, at least first off have the number. Like, you know what I mean? Like John 3:16. For God so loved the world. Like that, you know.
You don't even have to know the verse of the chapter. If you just be like, like they say in Psalms, and then something. But he literally is like,
Proverbs,
Psalms, Book of Matthew, my nigga Matthew,
Ezekiel.
Right.
No Bibles. All right, we got it, man. Jesus Christ.
Love Owen. He's the gift.